Hey everyone, welcome back to Square Box Games. We've got another Star Wars Legion box opening video for you today. Finally, the game changers, the Pyke Syndicate foot soldiers. Everyone has been talking about these. They seem to be overpowered. They're mercenary units, so they can fit in any faction. They're a core unit. I'm planning on using them with the Rebels, but you can see here, just right across the board, anyone can use them. And they seem to be overpowered, but I am 100% on board with having more mercenary core units that any of the armies can use. I love it, but let's see what they can offer us. And then get our cool poster of the Pykes here. There they are. And on the back, probably the instruction guide, I think we're gonna get 7 units here. They're on sprues, so they get that new harder plastic that I guess is not so new now. Here's what the sprues look like. All kinds of guys. There's the whips, the electro whip soldiers. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. I'm excited to put these guys together. Okay. So really what we're here to look at is the bases, right? Everyone's favorite. I do like that they started just sticking with the gray bases. Okay. Put these guys right here as our little backdrop. Yeah, I hope we see more mercenary, kind of generic core unit options for all the armies. Makes things nice. Okay, so we're just gonna get a bunch of order tokens here, one for every faction, plus mercenaries. You can see we have a commander token and a core token. So that's one cool thing about this pack, is you're gonna get a capo with you that can be a cheap commander you can add to your army. But let's take a look at the unit cards first. Let's take a look at the foot soldiers. All right, cost of 40 to start off with, which is an insanely good deal for what you get here. 4 units in the squad. 1 health, 1 courage. White defense dice are not the best, but they do have surge to dodge. Danger sense 2. They also have outmaneuver, so you can spend dodge tokens to cancel critical hits, which is just built in. You don't have to have an upgrade for that. That's just built into the unit. Self-preservation. When checking whether you panic or not, you can't use the courage values of units that aren't the same affiliation as you. So if these guys are in like an Imperial list or a Rebel list or, you know, Republic, you can't use those commanders' courage. But if you put a capo in there with you, you can use his. Independent dodge one. So at the start of the activation phase, if they don't have an order token, they can get a dodge token, which is nice. So in melee, they do get 2 whites with their stun batons, which isn't the best, but you don't really want these guys to be in melee, I don't think. And they've got 1 black die with a range of 3 with their P13 long blasters. You can see they can take a heavy, a personnel, a gear, and a grenade upgrade. This is a little bit all about them. I'm not going to read that. So the second unit card you get in this expansion is the Pyke Syndicate Capo. So he costs 45. Got a health of 4 and a courage of 2, so not bad. He kind of is in line with the other generic commanders. White defense dice are not the best. Surge to dodge. Unarmed, but he gets a black die with that. He can just punch. And the Capo has a P13 long blaster, which I guess is just straight up better because he can roll 3 instead of 1. And then he's got a command and a gear slot here. But let's look at his keywords. Aid. When you would gain an aim token, or an aim dodge or surge token, another friendly Pyke Syndicate unit at range 1 and in line of sight may gain that token instead. If they do, you gain a suppression token. Interesting. So you can hand out aims or dodges or surge. Danger sense 2, which that means it's okay if he has a suppression. You can choose not to remove your suppression tokens while defending. Roll 1 extra defense die for each suppression token you have, rolling up to 2. So just like they've got danger chimps as well, kind of like Cassian and the Rebel Pathfinders, that kind of stuff. It's not a big deal if he aids and takes a suppression because you can choose to remove them or not, you know? Well, you can choose not to remove them so you can roll extra defense, or, you know, I like it. I like it. Okay, independent dodge. Show at the start of the activation phase if you don't have an order token, gain a dodge token. So if you don't have an order token, you can gain a dodge token, which you can then give directly to your Pyke Syndicate foot soldiers. Let's see what we got on the back of this. Okay, cool. There he is. Let's check out the upgrades. This is what we want. So, as a personnel, you can add another mini, a foot shoulder mini. But if you do that, you actually gain a cache of aim 1. So during setup, you can put an aim token on this card. And if that mini is defeated, you can keep that keyword. So that's kind of nice. Instead of just getting an extra person, you're getting an extra person and a little bit of an ability there. All right, Pyke Syndicate Capo. This looks great. So you add a Capo mini. It increases your unit's courage by 1, so that'll make your courage 2. You gain independent surge 1 at the start of the activation phase. If you don't have an order token, gain a surge. And you would gain a dodge as well from their card. So you'll get a dodge and a surge if you have this Capo. And he's considered your leader, which makes sense. Now let's check out the heavy upgrades. There's 2 of them, 2 options, I believe. You get the P13M Disruptor Soldier. He's got a range of 4 with 1 red and 2 black die, and it gives you impact 1. So lets you be a little bit of anti-armor there. You can change up to 1 hit to a crit, so we can get past that armor. Or if you want to go in close, you can get an Electro Whip Soldier, which either a melee or range 1, which is nice. You get 2 red attack die there. And when you add that mini, their Electro Whip has a Mobilize 1, so a unit wounded by an attack that includes this weapon gets an Immobilize token, and Suppressive, so after you perform an attack, the defender just automatically gets a Suppression token, which is nice. So you can add one of those 2 options to your Pyke Syndicate foot shoulders. You get prepared supplies you can add on. They give you a cache of dodge, so you can have dodge and aim, which is great. Sonic Imploders, which are suppressive. Underworld Connections to put on your Capo to give you allies of convenience, so your army can include 1 additional mercenary of any rank, and then you can actually issue orders to a friendly mercenary unit regardless of affiliation. And then another command card here, or actually, yeah, another command option here is Lead by Example. You gain Inspire 2. So after you rally step, you remove up to 2 suppression tokens from other friendly units. So basically, he can take Danger Sense to kind of beef his defense up, and then he can take suppression tokens off of his allies near him. So those are the foot soldiers. They are crazy. Let's look at their command cards. Ploy, they've got just kind of the generic mercenary cards here, but we'll go over them because they come in the back. No units. You must nominate a mercenary unit. You can nominate an operative unit. Choose one of your order tokens and place it face down on this card. You may look at this token at any time. When you withdraw an order token from your order pool, you can use that one instead. Which, because it's face down, these independent keywords are going to trigger. So you still kind of have control. It's almost like giving them a face-up order token. When you're kind of, 1, you're hiding it from your opponent, and 2, you're letting these keywords activate. So that's kind of nice. 2 pips, kind of the similar thing. You must nominate a mercenary unit. When issuing orders with this card, you can issue up to 2 fewer orders. So you can issue up to 0. For each order not issued, choose a different friendly mercenary unit at range 1 to 3. Each unit gains an aim token. So you could just say, I'm not nominating anybody. Keep them with face down tokens, so these activate and they get dodges, and then they also can get aims. And then the Capo could give his aims over to the foot soldiers if he wanted to. And then discretion, which is 3 units. You have to nominate a mercenary unit. See the theme there? When issuing orders with this card, you can choose up to 3 fewer. For each one not issued, choose a different friendly mercenary unit, range 1 to 3, and they gain a dodge. So they can get 2 dodges if you just choose 0. So Basically, these are made to help keep these order tokens face down, but deploy there lets you use the order token when you want and kind of know what you're going to have. But that is what is in the Pyke Syndicate Foot Soldiers. I think this is an incredible addition to the game. I want to see more of this. I would love to see like a Tusken Raiders pack like this that could be used as a mercenary unit. Jawa packs, just random alien species. I think those would be great. I want to see more of that. I would love to see even, I don't know, maybe some Ugnaughts on a Blurg. It doesn't have to be Queel, but just generic ones. I think having more generic versatile units in the game kind of keep things fresh, you know, especially because you have to have so many core units in your army. You know, using the same 2 or 3 options every single game, it may get a little bland, but when you can say, hey, instead I'm going to have, you know, like 1 squad of stormtroopers and then like 2 squads of pikes, and say that the local Moff or whatever recruited this whole crime syndicate to help fight the rebellion, or vice versa. But if you guys have used the Pykes, let me know what you think. Do you think they're OP? I think most people are going to agree that they are, but let me know what your experience with them. Do you guys prefer to use the Disruptor Soldier or the Whip Soldier? Do you use neither and just spend those points on a different unit? But yeah, let us know. Let me know if you use them purely in Mercenary. You like using them with like the CIS or the Republic. But if you don't mind, I know I ask this every time, and you hear it all the time on YouTube. If you guys don't mind hitting that subscribe button, it really helps us out. It makes us feel good. It makes us feel like we're liked and appreciated, and that's what we all want in life, right? But basically, if you subscribe and hit that notification bell, it'll let you know when we come out with new content. We're trying to pretty regularly have Legion content, especially unboxing as we get new units, but really we want to focus on more Let's Plays, but it just takes a lot of time to get together. We're all busy and have lives, so whenever we can actually have time to get together and play a game, we try to record that so we can put that up. But we appreciate you guys stopping by the channel and watching the video. Until then, you guys go play some games.